my view. It's, I don't know what time it is. It's in the morning. About 7:30, I guess, in the morning, Nevada time. I'm heading north on 95, going to Sawtooth Mountain. And I got a ways to go yet. I'm just rolling up on Indian Springs. But that's the view so far. I still got about 60 miles to go, or so, give or take. And I'm starting to get some rain here. A lot can happen in 60 miles. I'm hoping that it ain't raining when I get to Sawtooth, because that's, I've never been here before, but they tell me it's four-wheel drive all the way to the top. So I'm hoping it ain't raining there. Alright, the rain's actually looks like it's starting to let up a little bit. Yeah, I don't have any more fresh drops, so maybe that's the last of it for now. I just passed a sign that says this is the Amargosa Valley, and Garmin says I got about 30 more miles to go. I'm not sure what goes on in Amargosa Valley. Don't really look like much. Maybe there's something. Maybe something goes on out here. This is Nye County, so you never know what's on the side of the road out here. I guess I better slow it down a bit. The speed limit out here is 55, and are out here. I know I got passed by a highway patrol a little while ago. Oh yeah, there is some action here. There's a couple of gas pumps and a diner. A big pink building that looks like it might be something of ill repute, but maybe not. Oh no, it is. Yeah. Food, fireworks. Yeah, there's a thriving community out here. All right, Amargosa Valley. Where we're going is Beatty. Sign says 29 miles. Okay, that's all for now. Well, Garmin says I got about 13 miles to go. It's pretty much rained on me off and on. It's pretty steady since I got through Indian Springs. I'm not sure which one of them mountains is Sawtooth Mountain, but it looks like it's daylight, sun shining up there. Hopefully it's dry going up the road, going up the hill. But we'll know here shortly, in a little bit. I'm still getting dripped on a little here, this part of the road. I've got the cruise control set for 75. The speed limit is 70, and this guy behind me is getting nervous. He just can't stand it. Relax there, buddy. A long way to go. Well, I see some cell towers up on top of that mountain right there in front of me. So unless there's another one hiding, that must be where I'm going. I guess I better call Lyle. He's the cell guy that is responsible for this area. And then I'll call him and see what happened with the AC, how hot it is. about this cell site. I guess we don't answer our phone at 9 in the morning. Okay, whatever. More to follow. Hello, it's Dave. Hey. I'm heading. I'm just about to actually jump off the road here to Sawtooth. Garmin says less than a mile, and I just thought I'd check with you. Is there anything I need to know about this? I don't know. There was a call that came in, a high temp call. They said hold off until tomorrow morning. So it's tomorrow morning. Oh, I had no idea. All right, well, if you're on vacation, man, we'll talk to you later. Yeah, right. If I can get it in four-wheel drive and destroy the tires, right. All right, we'll see you, man. Bye. Well, this is Beatty, Nevada. Quiet little town. Lyle says the road is not in bad shape, but that it's super steep. So we'll see what we need. He says four-wheel drive is definitely going to be the deal. Left the road about a half a mile ago on this dirt road, and I've got to get around the mountains that are on the right-hand side of the view. The tower's up there, but I got to follow the dirt road. And this dirt road, it may not look like much on the screen, but it is really rough. It's beating the crap out of this truck. I can only do about 10 miles an hour. So Garmin says I got 3 miles to go on this. So it'll be a while even before I can get to 3 miles. Okay, well, while the camera was off, I stopped, I locked in the hubs. Right now I'm in four-wheel high. I don't really need it yet, but I don't want to get caught by surprise. I've lost sight of the tower. It's up there on the mountain somewhere. I lost it already. But I see little pieces of dirt trail going up the hill. So I guess we'll see. I may have to put it in 4 low and crawl up, but we'll know here in a little bit. I'm sorry I didn't have the camera running. I've seen jackrabbits and 1 coyote and a lot of horse manure. So I think people come out here and ride from time to time. Maybe they go hunting out here, I'm not sure. So, alright, more to follow. Oh, there's the cell equipment up to my right. And actually there's something up there to my left. But Garmin says I'm going to the right at some point. So that must be me up there. Holy cow. They weren't kidding when they said it was steep. Alright, more to follow. Oh, there it is. All I gotta do is make it up that. And then, well, then I get to figure out what's wrong with it anyway. Why am I even here? More to follow. Okay, world, here we go. This is the last leg, it looks like. And that is, I don't know if you can really tell from the picture, from the image, but that is really steep. I've got the truck in locked in hubs, 4-wheel drive low, and I'm going to crawl up this guy, hopefully. And if not, well, I guess it'll all be caught on camera, assuming you can find the camera. Now, normally I'd be afraid to try this. I mean, really, truly, I'd be afraid to try this. But the only thing is that I know that it's done on a regular basis. the guys from the Cell company they come out here and they drive up this. So I know it can be done. I already know that it can be done because it is done fairly regularly. So that gives me a certain sense of confidence right there. That's the first switch back. It looks worse than it really is from the ground. From the driver's seat, it looks pretty scary. From the video, it probably don't look like much. Now we're getting into the second one right now. I'm gonna have to actually back up a little bit on this one. It's always nice backing towards the edge of a 9,000 foot drop. I guess it could be worse. I've seen videos of stuff in other countries, and actually as a kid I was on some logging roads that were worse. But in today's day and age, you know, we're supposed to be making things sort of kind of safe a little bit. Well, this is really steep here, and what I'm worried about is spinning the tires, because the last trip I was on I spun the tires a little bit, and in this rocky terrain, I don't know if you can see on the video, but in this rocky terrain it shreds the rubber. You know, it's not about what kind of grip tread or whatever manufacturer. When that rubber spins against this sharp rock, that it just rips it to shreds, and it did. And I had to limp all the way back into town. I was surprised I didn't blow the tires out just getting to the top of the hill. So I've had to talk to some of the guys that do this all the time, and, you know, and actually be schooled up on how to do four-wheel drive, which I thought I knew how to do, but apparently I had a thing or three to learn still. So, you know, that was a very expensive day for my employer. By rights, they probably should have made me pay for those tires. I'm kind of glad they didn't, but really truly it was my fault that those tires got ripped up. So I don't know what kind of deal they worked out with the tire store, but they worked out some kind of deal, and it only ended up costing like $800, and it should have been more than that. So yeah, this is really steep here and slippery. If I make it to the top, I'll have to inspect the tires and see how I did. It feels like I have a lot more control on this trip than I did on the last one. So thanks for the tips, Lyle and Kevin. So far your tips have helped a lot. I can tell you right now, this is not a site you would run in weather or at night. I wouldn't run this one at night either. At night, you know, the Cell company calls and says, "Oh my God, our ACs are overheating." Well, you know what? Sorry, this is just too damn dangerous to run at night. We'll see you when the sun comes up. And weather, same thing. This is not a road I would attack or I would attempt during rain. During rain, this would be very dangerous, maybe even impossible. I guess that's over as far as we go right there. There's the equipment I'm looking for. Okay. I'm going to unmount my steering wheel cam, and then we'll get some more footage. Well, I made it. Checked out the tires. They all look like they held up pretty good. And this little cell, there's the tower. And here's one of the occupants right here. It's 130 degrees inside there, which is no good. So I gotta see why this little guy ain't running. But there's the view from up here on top of Sawtooth Mountain. Coffee, iPad. I think that over there, I think that must be Death Valley I'm looking at. Guess I'm not really sure. And there's the road I just came up. That's the road I just came up right there. Okay, gotta go to work. Well, it's an R22 system. It may be a little undercharged. I gotta run those numbers against the ambient. But it is running right now. I got it running through the judicious use of a hard start kit and a new contactor. Now, you'll see that contactor, the middle leg, I'm not using it. I deliberately used a 3-pole contactor here at this site because it would be heartbreaking to get all the way to the top of this dangerous hill and not have a $20 contactor, whatever. But this gives a guy at least an option for operating. You know, if the contactor's, you know, if he loses a leg or whatever, you can move it over to the other leg. But now I just gotta let it run for a few minutes and shut it down, tighten up all this sloppy ass dangerous electrical, and get on with life. Well, I guess that's about it. I got everything running, did the maintenance. Now I just got to figure out how to turn this truck around without falling off the side. We practice a pretty strict policy of pack it in, pack it out. So we don't leave any crap up on the hill or on those sites. Some of these sites have a lot of crap piled on them. It ain't from us. I'm not sure who it is, but it ain't from our crew. We pack it in, we pack it out. So that's all I got for this. There's one last look at the view. I don't think I'm going to tie the steering wheel cam on the way down, but that's how far down I got to go.